I'll come back to you.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to the Well in Williston. Mike Hoover here, ready for the home opener for Teton Basketball 2024. The Tetons are getting warmed up where they will be taking on Rocky Mountain College JV squad, and it should be a fantastic matchup. The women are up first. The men will be up 20 minutes after this game gets done. And we will have all the action for you exclusively on the Williston State College YouTube page. You can follow along all of the action to see how the Tetons will fare as part of this Teton Booster Tip-Off happening right here on the campus of Williston State. And coming up tomorrow, the Tetons will have another doubleheader. This time it will be up against North Idaho College. So the Tetons are going to cut their teeth against some competition for the first time at home. This Wins team, so far on the season, they are 3-2 on the year. They finished up at a second place contest at the Buster Gillis tip-off. They had their opening game of the year against Bismarck State College. They won that one 77-59, followed up with a 71-51 win over Tossie Community College. And then in the championship game, the Tetons made it back there for the second straight year. It was a 58-57 loss to conference rivals NDSCS. While this was matchups against conference rivals at the Buster Gillis tip-off, no longer conference games, as it is still preseason, now preseason only. For the last few years, the Tetons have had the first games of their season conference games. Were the only conferences across the nation who had 3 conference games for each opponent, and they're looking to get after it here in their first home game here on Terry Olson Court in the Well in Williston. Taking a look at the lineup for the Tetons and seeing who's making things go for them here individually. Their points leader per game so far in this season through their 5 games played is Taylor Murtaugh. She's averaging 15 points a game. Allison Coonsey in with 13. Allie Garcia in with 11. And Jersey Berg coming in with just over 10.5 points per game. Looking at some of the ball control stats, leading the way in rebounding for Williston State is Coonsey. She was a double-double machine last year. She came in a little bit quietly, but she has led the way. Now they'll have the national anthem here from Williston. We're going to step aside while the anthem plays. Anthem now in the books. And before we get going for the starting lineup here for both teams, will be one of the sponsors here for Williston State College basketball. It's Ruac Resource, a locally owned and operated ready-mix concrete, trucking, and sanding gravel producer. From large infrastructure projects to your driveway, they can provide top-quality products with uncommon hospitality. Give them a call, 701-664-3500 or 701-664-3500. In addition, if you want to join a growing dynamic team, they're looking for different positions from CDL drivers to mechanics to heavy equipment operators. Their core focus is serving others and each other. Check them out on Facebook, roacresources.com. Now time for the starting lineups. We'll start off with the Rocky Mountain Junior Bears. It'll be number 5, Blake Page Leather, a 5'3" freshman guard from Columbus, Montana. Number 11, Mackenzie Strachan, a 5'10" freshman guard from Billings, Montana. Number 12, Madison Kaufman, a 5'7" freshman guard from Frenchtown, Montana. Number 33, Shiloh McLean-Lampy, a 6'1" freshman forward from Stevensville, Montana. And Loreni Schultnys, a 5'7" guard freshman from Burley, Idaho. Now the starting lineup for the home team on tonight's scoreboard. On the American State Bank scoreboard, your Williston State Tetons. The Tetons looking to reach the pinnacle of the Montague Conference and get over the mountaintop. They've been just short for the last couple of years. Starting off, number 4, a freshman guard, Kylie Simpson. Simpson coming in, a freshman, looking to do some good work. She's from Bono, North Dakota. Number 5, a 5'10", sophomore forward from Malta, Montana, Allison Coonsey. Number 13, a 5'9" freshman guard from Tara Logan, Australia, Taylor Murtaugh. Number 15, a 5'9" sophomore guard from Martin, Australia, Ali Garcia. And number 21, Jersey Berg, a 5'11" freshman forward from Bismarck, North Dakota. Rocky will win the tip, and they'll get the first possession of the game. Lethen has the ball, swings it around up on top to Kaufman, down on the high post. Now to Lampe. Lampe with a fadeaway jumper, no good. Pulled down by Garcia. She'll look to push the offense for the Tetons. Flips it up to Murtaugh, gets it too hot to handle underneath, and there's going to be an out-of-bounds call, as that pass was just a little too quick to get it down low. Talking to Coach Triplett before the game, and he said that ball control is going to be one of the big early issues. And on the inbound pass, knocked out by the Tetons, the Bears set to inbound it. Stracha gets it in. Some full court pressure coming for the Tetons. Coonsey with the interception. Drives the lane. She's going to go with a scoop shot. No good. Lots of contact on that one. Clipped her on the backside. Back come the Bears pushing up this court. Kaufman across the timeline. Swings it out to Schultes. She's going to drive baseline. Nothing there. Good defense by the Tetons. Down low. Turn around. Jump shot up and whips off the front of the rim. No good. Pulled down by Berg. Berg pushes it up the court for Williston State. Good spread underneath the Coonsey. She's going to dump step, and she'll be called for the travel underneath. So Coonsey was anticipating some contact, looking to dish it out, and that'll be a turnover on the Tetons. Their second already here in this first quarter. And there'll be a foul quickly called on Williston State. That's going to be on Simpson. It'll be Simpson's first personal, first team foul. Now the Tetons with 9:04 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard, still looking to stack up some good defense and see if they can strike first. Lether pushing up the court into a trap. She looks to get through. Open man coming up. Mid-range jumper pushed up. Air ball. Offensive rebound. Going to be blocked underneath by Coonsey, and that's going to be a foul on Garcia. So the Tetons already pick up a couple of fouls here in the first quarter with just over 1 minute elapsed. And that will send number 33, Shiloh Lampe, to the strike for a pair. Two team fouls for the Tetons, none for the Bears. Lampe, first one, well short, doesn't catch iron. Score remains at 0-0. Lampe again, ready to go for her second of two from the stripe. Getting ready now for her second of two. That one's going to be no good. Another offensive rebound. Turnaround jumper is going to be up and good. This time the offensive rebound and putback goes to Stracha. And make it a 2-0 game for the Bears. Coonsey will swing it over to Garcia. Looking down low, looking there. Drive on top of the perimeter. She gets inside the paint. Floats up. No good. Coonsey with the board. She's going to be blocked off underneath. Drop step. Hook shot up and good. Coonsey with the first home basket for the Tetons. 2-2. 8.5 left to go in the first. Back come the Bears. Pushing it up the court. Crossing over against the defender is Kaufman. She'll set up the Bears offense. High post, going to go over to Lampe. Looking down low, Tetons get another steal. Pushing up the court is Berg. Swing pass over to Murtaugh. Murtaugh down low to Garcia. Flips it up and in. Ali Garcia, their first points of the game. And the Tetons have gained their first lead of the game, now 4-2. Back come the Bears. Lether, long pass up the court to Stracha. Looking to get it in there. Coonsey with another tip. And there's going to be just stepped out of bounds before she could save it. So an active defender, Allison Coonsey, is doing some big things already for Williston State. It'll be the Bears looking to inbound again from underneath their own basket. Flips up on top to Lampe, surveying her offense. Stracha on top of the perimeter now over to Lether. Lether picking a screen. She'll fire from range. That one's off the side of the rim. No good. Tipped around. Garcia's going to come away with the board. She's going to be hounded. Behind her back she goes. She has a defender. Flips it up now over to Simpson. Simpson looking down low for Berg. Nothing there. On top of the perimeter to Coonsey. Coonsey now to Murtaugh, curling around, baseball pass over the perimeter, over to Simpson for three, off the mark, no good. And Berg tried to save it, but couldn't before she stepped out of bounds. And it'll give it back to the Bears here with 7:28 left to go in the first. Inbound play coming from the Bears, good defense, flips up over the top of Murtaugh. Good denial defense for Williston State. They get into the hands, back to Stracha. Has now Lether has it. She fires another one from range. That's off the mark, no good. And it's going to be stolen out of the hands by Kaufman. She's going to roll, flips it up, no good. Pulled back again by Murtaugh, and she'll be fouled as she looks to drive it up the court. Had Berg open, and a lane to the basket. That'll be the first foul on the Bears here with 7:08 left to go in the first. The Bears will go to the bench first. Out of the game is going to come Kaufman, as well as number 11, Strachan, checking in for the first time. A couple more players for the Bears. Tetons have the ball, looking to see curl route coming in. Berg gets it, fade away, up and in. Jersey Berg with 2 points, and the Tetons extend their lead out now 6-2. Back up the court come the Bears. They look to chip away at this early Williston State lead. Up on top, Lethard has it. Gets the ball off to Morris. Morris, long three-pointer on the way. That one off the back of the iron, no good. Pulled down by Williston State. Pushing up once again is going to be Murtaugh. Murtaugh driving, gets to the top of the paint. She'll curl it off along the side. Baseline drive, swing pass over to Garcia. Long three, in and out it goes, no good. That'll be pulled down by Lethard. Pushing it back up the court. Here comes the Bears one more time. Driving layup, no good. Tipped away to Garcia. A little bit of a bang down low underneath. But Garcia gets it out on the perimeter now to Simpson. Simpson, over back to Garcia for 2 more. And the Tetons are now up 8-2. Tetons have gotten all of their points in and around the paint so far. And still looking to strike from range first. Lethard coming up. She's going to swing it over and just about a steal by Jersey Berg. She was sitting in a middle linebacker position. Shot the gap and tipped it out of bounds. That'll be 8-2 with 5:52 left on the American State Bank scoreboard. Inbound pass to Lethard. He'll swing it back over now to Jensen, working away. Back up on top to Morris. Morris driving, trying to find a corner. Cut off by Garcia. Steps through, a little floater up and in. And that'll be 2 points in there for Isabella Morris. And that'll make it 8-4 with 5.5 left to go. Simpson working around the perimeter. High pass to Berg, poked away, but into the hands are Garcia. Look down low for Coonsey. Nothing there. Now Garcia on the drive. Flips it underneath to Coonsey. She's going to put it up. Hoop and the horn for Allison Coonsey. And she gets 2 more in the game and will go to the line to the charity stripe with a chance for 1 more. That'll make it now 10-4. As a substitution is going to come in for the Bears. Checking in number 44, Haley Fiske. Out is going Shiloh Lampy. And the Tetons look to be going to the bench as well here early on in this one. No, at the line will be Allison Coonsey. Coming out of the game will be Jersey Berg. We'll see the first substitution of the game for the Williston State. Kiesker coming in her first minutes here at home for the Tetons. Coonsey's going to miss that one. Tipped around, gets her own rebound, and she's going to get it back up on top. Tetons working the ball. Gets it up to Compton. Little floater, and that's going to be high bank again, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tetons. Here with 4:56 left to go. Another sub coming in. Coonsey's going to go out of the game. Patience Gray coming in. That'll be inbound play. Simpson set to trigger the action. Looking around, can't find Gray. Finally gets it over into Kriska, and she's going to miss it up. No good. Here comes a drive. Coming back by Morris. Morris gets to inside the perimeter. Flips it back out to the outside, and that will be blocked by Gray. She'll pick it up. Hands it off to Murtaugh. Flips it up. It's going to go underneath, and there's going to be a little running jumper up and in. It's going to go to Kiska, and that'll be 2 more for Williston State. Tetons up 12-4 here in the first. Morris pushing it back up the court. She'll flip it back up on top of the perimeter for the Bears. Working it around still. Henry kicks it back out to Morris. She's going to drive, and there's going to be a travel called as some great Teton defense taking place here in this one. And we'll have our first media timeout of the game, under 5-minute timeout. We'll be back after this 1-minute break here from the Well in Williston. For a commercial break, we'll have another sponsor. I'd like to thank Red Rock Ford as a proud sponsor of Williston State Athletics and encourages you to get behind our athletes, our schools, and our communities. As well, support your friends and neighbors and make our city a great place to live and raise your family. When it comes to your next vehicle purchase, go see them at Red Rock Ford, where a portion of every dollar goes right back to the community you know and love. As Red Rock Ford in Williston, your hometown Ford store. Tetons up by 8, 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. As Tetons have had some fits and starts here early on in this one, they look to try and put the hammer down against this Bears squad. Tetons will have the ball coming out of the break. Kiksa going to get it into Simpson. Will push it up the court, crossing the timeline. 4:16 left to go. Kiksa over to Garcia, looking down low for Gray. Can't find anything. Picks up a high ball screen. Crosses over to Fender. Swing pass over to Murtaugh. Wide open three. Hand down, man down. Just off the mark. No good. Gray's going to tip it up. And that is a soft foul on Gray. That'll be the third on Williston State here in this first quarter. 2 so far on Rocky. The Tetons going to be putting a little full court pressure on the Bears here. They can force some takeaways. Inbound pass coming. They'll get it into Morris. He'll flip it back over to number 24, Simmons. Simmons caught up. Have to push it across the timeline. Loose ball. Tetons going to try to come away with it. Still loose ball. And that'll be Kiksa. Comes away with it. Pushes it up. Simpson has it on a breakaway. Here's a chase down from behind. Foul. It'll be Simpson going to line 4-2. So the Tetons 0 for 1 so far from the stripe. Looking to make their first pair of freebies here in the game. As we'll have Jersey Berg set to check back in. We're just over 3:45 left to go. And Berg will be checking in for Murtaugh. The Tetons going with a 3-forward set. Simpson at the line for her first of 2. That one soft off the front of the rim. No good. They'll have one more coming from the stripe. Tetons still up by 8, 12-4. Simpson again takes her dribble. Her next one is on the way. That one hard off the back of the iron, no good. And it'll be a foul underneath. Gray got the offensive rebound, went up. It'll be Fiske. Will be called for the foul. So that'll be the 4th team foul. The Tetons will be shooting the rest of the way. Inbound play coming for Williston State. Simpson looking to get it down low for Gray. Swing pass over to Burr. Corner 3 on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kaufman and the Bears. She hustles across the timeline. Sets up the Rocky offense. She's going to drive. Gets to the charity stripe. Puts it back out to Morris. Morris drives. Scoop shot can be blocked. I say the name. Garcia with the rebound. 5-on-4 break for the Tetons. Williston State will slow it down, look for options. He gets it to Berg in the corner, looking for Kiksta. Gets it. She loses it, has it poked away. Going to be a scramble for the ball. Simmons and the Bears will pick it up, push it back across the timeline. 3:13 and counting. Simmons drives, loses control. Simpson is going to be, can't quite hold on to it. Loose ball, gets it over to Kaufman. She'll flip one up, no good. Gray gets a hand on it. She'll get it off to Simpson, or get it off to Simpson, and the Tetons look to push it back up the court. Gray with a big screen. Simpson steps back out, picks up her dribble, long pass up on top to Berg. Swings to Garcia, looking underneath for a post. Kiksa gets it. Good seal, turnaround jumper, and she's going to be hit on the elbow with the shot. That'll be 2 shots for number 43, Kiksa. And they'll have another substitution coming in. Garcia will get her first break of the game. Lucia Bolito will check in. We'll also have a couple more Tetons checking with 2:47 left to go. Ray will check out of the game for the first time. Coming in for her will be Angie Kaloff. Kaloff, a sophomore for Williston State. She was sidelined all of last year with a torn ACL that she picked up in a pre-conference game. Kiksa at the stripe for a pair. First one on the way. That one is up and good. They'll extend the lead out now, 13-4. Tetons up by 9, their largest lead of the game. As they look to push that to double digits. Here comes number 2 of 2. Second one on the way. That one rims in and out, no good. It'll be pulled down by Fiske and the Bears. They get it off to Simmons. She's going to be hounded by a couple of defenders. Long pass over to Kaufman, and there's going to be a touch foul called on Kylie Simpson. Another sub as checking into the game will be number 35, Hannah Brisky, her first entrance of the game here at home. Both teams now with 4 personal fouls in the first quarter. More on-ball pressure on the inbound pass. They're going to flip it now into Morris. Morris backing down on Berg. Looking to drive, trying to find the corner. Good defense by Jersey. Gets underneath. A flip shot up by Morris. Going to be tipped out. Chip drill comes down for the Tetons. It'll be bounced pass. Stolen away from Bolito. Long three-pointer on the way. Going the other way. That one's going to be up and over. It'll tap off the top of the backboard and get out of bounds. Turnovers abound in this first quarter so far. The Bears now going back to the bench for a couple of substitutions. Checking in, Presley Sowers coming into the game, as well as Juanita Joseph seeing her first action. Kylie Simpson, the Botno native, checking up, working her way across the floor, picks up a screen, gets into the paint, pulls up for the mid-range J off the back of the iron, no good. That'll be pulled down by Morris. Done some heavy lifting, she'll get it off to Sowers. Sowers cut off on the drive, high post, it'll go to Fiske. Fiske looking for a teammate, gets it off to Morris. Big three-pointer from Morris, and that one will rattle in there. So Morris knocks down a long-range shot. That'll make it 13-7, now with 1:53 left in the first. Pass over to Brisky along the perimeter, down to Berg on the wing. She crosses over, gets a baseline, fadeaway jumper, high off the backboard, no good. Pulled down by Kalov. Drop step, up on top it'll go. Bolito with the answer back for three, no good. She'll get her own rebound, steps into a mid-range jumper, that one is good. Lucia Bolito with a two-point jumper, extend the lead back out to 8, 15-7, 1.5 left to go in the first. Back up comes Morris and the Bears. Picks up a high screen from Joseph. Working her way around the perimeter. Stolen picture pocket. Back comes Kalov up the court for the Tetons. Now it's going to be driving. Brisky. Long running jumper. Oh, no good. And just ran in and out all the way around the cylinder. Tetons now look to lock things up the remaining 1:10. Here comes a drive. Good defense on the baseline by Kalov. Up on top. Loose ball picked up by Joseph and the Bears. Back to Morris. He'll pull it back out. Look to set up the half court. Set on top to Fiske, who's logged big minutes in this first half. Good on-ball defense by Kalov. Here comes a big screen. Morris again thought about a three. Couldn't take it. Drive coming from Joseph. Nothing doing there. Kicks it back out on top. Now the drive comes around, and that's going to be at the buzzer. Up and in. Is the shot's going to go in by Manger. She gets her first basket of the game. Back come the Tetons. After the Manger bucket, now to make it 15-9. 30 seconds left to play. 18 on the shot clock. Underneath, entry pass is going to be tipped away, and that'll be Bolito trying to take it away. Another loose ball. Bolito will get the steal, and she's going to get it to Simpson, who's all alone for the layup. Up and in, 2 more for Simpson. And that'll now be 17-9. Tetons back up by 8. 12 seconds left to go in the quarter. Both teams a little bit scrambled as they go on the drive. Here comes a runner from Morris, and that's going to be up, no good. Offensive board at the buzzer is in, and the end of the first half. After that putback by Manger makes it 17-11. So the Tetons have had some good offensive look, but they've left plenty of points on the table. Both teams have a whole bunch of turnovers so far in this game. We are through one quarter, and on the American State Bank scoreboard, 17-11. Williston State up on top. While we take a quick break in between quarters, I'd like to mention McKinnon Forsberg Law, the proud sponsor of Teton Athletics, and you can listen to every home basketball game right here on the Williston State College YouTube page. Back here to start the second quarter. Rocky Mountain has the ball, trailing Williston State 17-11. There's going to be a steal by Murtaugh coming out out of this quarter break. And the Tetons with the starters back in, look to do some damage here. It'll be Berg up on top. She'll swing it over to Garcia. Garcia for three. Got it to go. Allie Garcia from range. And the Tetons now extend their lead out to 9 points once again, matching their largest lead of the day. 9:35 on the American State Bank scoreboard. 22-11. Up on top. 4 is going to be underneath the manger. Offensive rebound to Fiske. That's going to be up no good, and there's going to be a foul underneath. It'll be Teton ball. Looks like the foul is going to be on Rocky Mountain. We'll see who it's on. So Fiske's coming out of the game. Back in is Lethert as well as Lampy. Two of the starters back in. Juanita Joseph still out there. As the Tetons coming back up the court. They hand it off to Murtaugh. High post to Coonsey. Wrap it back around. Now Garcia weaving around the perimeter. Second effort drive. Nothing there. Give and go. No. Back out top to Murtaugh for three. Can they go back up? Back in the do. Murtaugh with a huge triple on the Tetons. Now up a dozen here with 8:58 left to go in the first. More full court press for Williston State. Driving it up the perimeter is Kaufman. Kaufman swings it back along the perimeter to Lethert, slowing things down. Looking to try and set things up for the Bears. Long three-point coming the other way, no good. Pulled down by Coonsey. Could have been a foul going the other way. They stay late on as the Tetons come. Murtaugh drives, and she's going to be fouled by Lethert. As now the Tetons have a chance to put some big-time space between themselves and Rocky Mountain and their JV squad. Simpson set to inbound the ball. She's going to get it into Murtaugh. Simpson works around the perimeter looking for Coonsey underneath. Nothing there. Murtaugh with another one from deep. Off high off the backboard. No good. Tip drill. Pulled down by Berg. She's going to wrestle it away. And they'll pull it back out. Fresh shot clock for Williston State. Berg flips it over to Garcia. But as we say that, there's going to be a Presley Sowers foul. That'll be the third already in the first 2 minutes of this second quarter. That's the second personal on Sowers, so some foul trouble building early. Simpson for Williston State, looking to inbound from underneath her own basket. Looking to drive free, underneath, gets it off to Coonsey. Drop step, goes the other way, up and just slips off the front of the backboard. No good, pulled down by Joseph. She'll put it up, has Berg in her back pocket the whole way up the court, hands it off to Kaufman. Kaufman pulls back, calls out a play. Working away around the perimeter, dribbling over to her left. Good job by Simpson defending. Long pass over to Lethert on the far wing. Lethert crossing over, picking up a high ball screen. She'll drive, kicks into the corner. Over to Sowers. Sowers drives, kicks it back in the corner to Lethert. Open three, gets it in there. Paige Lethert with the long ball. Each team now has a couple of triples apiece. 23-14, 7:35 to go. Garcia driving her top of the perimeter. She's going to go for a little running hook shot. Up and good. Allie Garcia with two more. She has 9 so far in the game. As Lethert will walk the ball back up the court. Sub set to come in for each team. Here on the next stop. Lethert driving, gets inside the perimeter, flips it out on to Sowers. And Sowers going to step on the sideline out of bounds. Joseph will come out of the game. And checking in is going to be Strachan. Let's see if we can catch who else came out. Coming up now, the Tetons have it. Murtaugh up on top. Double high screen. Murtaugh wide open lane to the basket. She rolls it off the rim and in for 2 more. Murtaugh with 5 for Williston State. Lethert pushing it up the court for Rocky. On top of the perimeter. Gets it down, tries to drive into the hands of Tia Conrad. She's going to get off to Berg. Berg thought about a long baseball pass. Now get it over to Murtaugh, who crosses the timeline. 6:45 and counting, 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Murtaugh driving again, going to go. She's going to have the ball stripped away. Lots of contact, could have been a travel either way. Pushing up, now Kaufman kicks it back out to Lethert for the Bears. Back to Kaufman, wide open three-pointer. That'll be short off the front of the rim, no good. The back out, Strachan back to Kaufman. That one's no good as well. Garcia now will come down with the board. She'll cross over for Williston State. Back up comes the Tetons. Murtaugh across the timeline. She'll hand it off. Tia working her way around a high double screen. Flips it over to Garcia. Garcia again from range. Got it to go. Allie for 3 more. She's in double digits already. And there's going to be a called by the Bears here with 6:06 left to go. We're going to step aside as well. We'll be back in 1 minute. We're back here from the well in Williston. It is Rocky Mountain's ball, 30-14. Tetons have pushed the lead up to 16 points. 6:06 to go before the halftime break. Kaufman pushing it up, and it'll be tipped out of bounds by Bolito. And a good defensive wing player there for Williston State as Bolito was able to knock that one away. You see Bolito coming in, a freshman guard from Spain. As now the Tetons looking to clamp down on defense. Another more tough defense. They're going to get it in, just about a strip. Force pass over on the wing to Kaufman. Works herself inside the perimeter. Shot up, no good. It'll be pulled back down. Back up comes Murtaugh. Long pass up to Conradson. Gets across the timeline. She's going to drive. Loses the ball, gets it over to Kuzi. Kuzi goes for a drop step. No one there. Murtaugh thought about a three, and she's going to be picked up for the travel. As just the first turnover for Williston State here in the second quarter. Simpson sent a check back in. She'll give Murtaugh a break here in this quarter. Inbound play now coming for Rocky Mountain. Stashing. Get the ball in to Lether. Lether will work her way up the court. Flip pass up on top, back will go to Stashing. Looking down on the post to Lampy. Lampy kicks it back out to Lether for three off the side of the iron. No good. Tetons will pull down the board. Simpson, and she'll be fouled. And that foul is going to go on number 13, Izzy Morris. With that foul, we'll have another substitution checking in. Simmons will check in for Morris. Tetons now with a chance to push their lead back out even further. Up on top of the perimeter, it'll be to Simpson, over to Conradson. Up on top to Berg, looking for Simpson to come three, nothing, three underneath. Again to Bolito, swings it back to Berg on the far wing, picks up a Kuzi screen, give it go, not there. Berg's gonna be fouled and just rolls off the front of the rim, no good. But Jersey will go to the line for one more. Berg. Now the stripe at the line. Tetons haven't hit many from the stripe. They'll have a chance to do it right here with 5:03 left to go in the first half. First one up from Berg is going to be up and good. She'll have one more coming. Jersey at the line for her second of two, looking to go 2 for 2. Next one up, that one will rattle in there as well. So perfect from the stripe that time. Now that'll make it 32-14 with 5 minutes left to go. Bolito with a takeaway. She's going to drive, gets down, lays it up and in. Bolito with two more. She has 4 in the game. And the Tetons up by 20. Full court press. There's going to be a loose ball on the ground. Scramble for it. It's going to be a scrum. Bolito's going to get it off to Conradson, who will be fouled by Simmons. That'll send Tia Conradson to the line as the Tetons look to push their lead here early in this one. The Tetons, they started cycling in some of their very tall forwards, but with this short and quick Rocky Mountain squad, it went to a guard-heavy unit. Conradson now at the stripe for her first two. That one rattles off, no good. T will have one more coming for the strike. 4:44 left to go in the first half. Next one on the way. That one's going to be good. So Tia goes 1 for 2 from the strike. Inbound pass stolen by Conradson to Bolito, and Bolito will put it up and in. 2 more for Bolito. She has 6. Full court press for the Tetons, and it's going to be a loose ball, or no, stolen out of there by the Tetons, but before they do, is going to say a jump ball that'll give it back to Williston State. They may have an immediate timeout here sooner rather than later. We'll have to see if they signal one. Simpson set to trigger now for Williston State underneath their own basket. Calls for action, gets it out to Coonsey in the corner, up on top to Conradson. Looking for Simpson in the corner, got it. Simpson down low to Coonsey, drop step, looking to find action. Bird in the corner, Bolito step back, thought about a 3, didn't take it. Looking for someone, give it go to Bird, going to be hit off a defender. Be picked up now by Straccia. Gets it off to Lethert, who now walking up the court. 23-point lead for Williston State with 4:09 left in the first half. High post to Lampy. Looking around, no one open, forces it back up to Lethert. Trio of Tetons set to check back in, and it'll be Conradson will pick up her first foul. A little bit of a malfunction at the junction as Lethert was going on the drive. Conradson was following a defender, and 3 Tetons are set to come back into the game. Checking out is Bolito as well as Coonsey and Berg. Into the game back is Murtaugh Garcia. And finishing it out is Brisky. We have a stoppage here on the court. A whistle. Looks like with 3:34 left, they may have forgot about the media timeouts. We'll see if we are going to take it now or if it will be Paige Lethert who takes a free throw here. 2 shots coming. That was just the first team foul on Williston State in the quarter. 37-14 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Lethert at the strike, 4-1. First one is 1 of 2. First one is up and good. We'll have one more coming. 10 ticks, under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Lethert for her second of 2. That one is good as well. Perfect that trip from the line. Makes it 37-15. Simpson pushing up the court for the Tetons. He crosses over, kicks it over to Brisky. Hands it to Garcia. Garcia looking to drive, crosses over, back to Conradson. Pump fake, lots of hand action on the defense. Back to Brisky, swings it over to Garcia. Baseline drive by Garcia. She hangs, moves it up, lots of contact, tipped up in the air, but he pulled down by Coppin. Outlet goes to Lethert. Lethert gonna be blocked out of there. I say the knee. Taylor Murtaugh rejects it. A huge chase down block, and that is a excellent effort play by the Tetons when it should have been a run-out basket by the Bears. 3:25, Bears set to inbound from underneath the basket. High pass up on top to Lampy. Lampy swings it to Straccia, works around the perimeter up to Lethert. Foot fake working on Murtaugh. Back up on top to Straccia. Works around, tries to drive on Simpson. Simpson pokes it free, and it'll be a tip ball again. Swung out to Compton. Compton up on top to Lethert. Long ball on the way, off the back of the iron, no good. Pulled down by Murtaugh, off to the races. A 2-on-2 break. Murtaugh's going to take it the whole way. Lots of contact. Rebound by Simpson. Puts it up and in. 2 more for Simpson. She has 4. Inbound pass back to Lethert. Lead pushed back up to 23 for the Tetons. Under 3 minutes left to go. Long 3-pointer comes from Coppin off the backboard, nothing else. Puts it up to Murtaugh, the rebound from Simpson. Weaves through traffic across the timeline. Gray set to come back in. Could be on the outside. Simpson, foot fake, drives, gets to the paint, over to Brisky. Baseline jumper, up and in. Hannah Brisky gets her first points as a Teton here at home. Tetons now up 41-16. As Lethert will slow things down as she crosses the timeline. Under 2.5 left to go. Bear Tetons set to check in. Lethert drives. Little North Dakota floater up, no good. Pulled down by Murtaugh. She'll push it up the court. Tetons looking to run. No one open. Threads the needle to Conradson and just off of Tia's hands and out of bounds. Now both teams will have some subs coming in. Kaufman will be subbed in for by Joseph. And also Lethert is going to have a substitute come in for her. Let's see if we can't catch the numbers. Now pushing it back up the court are the Bears. Morris back in as the last sub. Pass down, no, underneath to Lampy. Guard by Brisky. Out to Joseph. Joseph looking for a teammate to get it off to. She's swarmed by Teton defenders. Morris up on top. Took a breakdown on Connerton. Gets a step and a drive off the front of the backboard. No good. And that'll be a reach and foul called on Morris. A little bit of frustration as she couldn't quite get that easy layup to go. 1:44 left to go, and that's going to put Allie Garcia to the line for a pair. Freshly into the game for Williston State. Losing patience, Gray. Polito's going to check back in for Murtaugh as well. Allie Garcia back at the stripe for a pair, and she'll make the first of two. One more left to go, 42-16 here in the first. Garcia back at the stripe for her second. That one is good, so Garcia goes 2 for 2 from the line. And the Tetons push it out now, 43-16. 1.5 left to go in the first. Polito on ball defense. Tetons looking to see if they can get a couple more takeaways. Their defense has been sensational. Up on top, it'll go to Morris. Gets into the paint. He's going to be blocked from behind by Brisky, but they say there was some on-ball fouls. Let's see if they can say who's going to be on. Demotny picks up her first foul as that one's going to be up and good on the free throw shot by Morris. They'll have one more coming. Just a second team foul for the Tetons in the quarter. Second one will hit every part of the rim and drop in there. 2 for 2 from Morris. She has 7 to lead this Bears team in scoring. Demotny gives over to Brisky. Back out on the perimeter. Polito's going to drive baseline. Swings it over. Demotny for 3. Long range. No good. And it'll be Polito with the offensive rebound. And she's going to be charged with the offensive foul. Used a little forearm shiver to try and create some space. And that'll be a turnover and a foul. Third team foul on Williston State. Just the first personal on Polito. 1:12 left to go in the half. Inbound play now comes up for this Bears team. They're going to cross the timeline. Swing pass over to Joseph. Looking down into the corner for Morris. She has Lampy. Pose it up. Nothing there. Drive from Strachan. Swing it back around. Joseph on top. Looking high post. Nothing there. Under a minute left to go in the half. Gray good help defense coming on. Back down. It's going to be smothering defense, and there's going to be a foul called on Gray here with 47 seconds left. Just an inbound play coming for the Bears. A couple of Bears thought there was going to be some free throws coming. Not quite yet. So now Bears inbounding underneath their own basket. Inbound play. Gets it up on the high post to Lampy. Drives. She's going to be blocked by Garcia. Oh my goodness. They're going to call a foul on Garcia. Coach Triplett just has to chuckle as he gives a Cheshire Cat grin at the official. So Garcia will pick up her second with 44 seconds left to go. Lampy at the stripe now for her 2 shots. First one up, that one doesn't hit anything. We'll have one more coming. Again, Lampy at the line for her second of 2. Next one on the way, that one's no good. It'll be pulled down by the Tetons. They have under a minute. Well, if they go for it, 2 for 1. Up on top, it'll go to Brisky. Hands it back along the perimeter. Tetons. 22 on the shot clock. 35 on the game clock. It'll be Polito working around the perimeter. Crosses over, gets a seam. Scoop shot up and hoop in the horn. Lucia Polito now with 8 and a chance for 9. As she has been absolutely everywhere in passing lanes, finding loose balls and getting buckets for it. So now it'll be Polito at the stripe, 4-1. That foul's going to go on Strachan, her second personal. Polito's 1 of 1. That one high bounce and it'll drop in there. One more coming for, no more coming. That was up and good to complete the 3-point play up on top of the perimeter. Morris curling around, looking to hand it off. She'll get over to Compton. Compton up on top. Joseph looking to drive, loses the handle on the ball, picks it back up, drop step, tries to bully her way, blocked by Gray, out of bounds with 10 seconds left. And the Bears will have one one more shot to look at the basket and get some points in as the Tetons now up 46-18. Inbound play coming. Joseph sent a trigger from underneath their own basket. Good basket offense by Gray. They push it up on top to Morris. Drives on Garcia. Loses the handle. Morris gets it out up on top to Straja. Hands it back to Morris. Driving. One left. Heaves one up. No good. And the Tetons hold defensively. They're going to take a 46-18 halftime lead here at the Well in Williston. And the Tetons, they started off slow in the first quarter, but since then they have played some fantastic ball, coming to a commanding lead here against Rocky Mountain and the Bears. We're here for halftime. We'll be back here to give you a breakdown in about 5 minutes.
Red Rock Ford is a proud supporter of Williston State College Teton Athletics and our community. At Red Rock, we encourage you to get behind our athletes, schools, and local community.
in Williston. And the Bears just taking the court here, warming up to get set for the second half as here comes the Tetons as well. Still waiting for the official stats before we get ready to go. We'll give you the scoring breakdown that we have right now. Tetons up on top, 46-18. Looking at the individual scoring leaders for both teams. We'll start off with the Bears. Isabella Morris with 7 points at the break. 5 points coming in from Paige Leather. 4 points in from Shiloh Lambie and 2 in from Mackenzie Strangent. Over for Williston State. Leading the way is sophomore guard Ellie Garcia. She has 14 points at the break. 9 points coming in from Lucia Bolino, and she has been absolutely everywhere. 5 points in from Taylor Murtaugh, and 4 points in from Jersey Berg, Allison Coonsey, and Kylie Simpson. 2 points in from Hannah Brisky and Kingstra. Also, 1 point in from Tia Conradson on a free throw. The Tetons holding on to a big lead here at the break as they look to force the issue here in the second half. As they love to pull away with an early and comfortable lead in the second and keep it there as they get ready for a huge matchup tomorrow against Northern Idaho. 6 minutes left to go before we get back into the action of quarter number 3 here from the Well in Williston. We're going to step away again. If we get more of the stats coming in, we'll give you a complete breakdown. If not, we'll get to them more full stats post-game, and you can listen to them right here exclusively on the Williston State YouTube page. Michael back here for Teton basketball on the Williston State YouTube page. Less than a half a minute left to go before we get started for the start of the second half of action. The Tetons have a 46-18 lead here against the Rocky Mountain JV team. The Tetons start off a little bit sloppy in the first quarter, but they turned it on, and it was led by a big defensive effort up and down. We'll have to see if they can have another one as well and balloon this lead out even further. 28-point lead heading into this third quarter. And the Tetons, we're going to shake things up just a little bit. They will have Keekstra coming out. She'll be starting instead of Coonsey, who will start off on the bench. For Coonsey out there. There's going to be a quick stoppage before we get going. With inbound play coming, not quite sure what the whistle was. So Simpson, Garcia, we joined out there with Coonsey. And not starting out there instead of Coonsey, Jersey Bird not getting the start here in this quarter number 3. Bears have the ball, long three-pointer coming, and that's going to be out the mark. No good. Pulled down by Williston State. They'll look to push it up the court. Pushing up again is going to be Murtaugh. She'll have it up on top. Finds Simpson. Gets it over to Keekstra on top of the perimeter, surveying her options. Looking for Coonsey underneath. Nothing there. Garcia on the near wing. Crosses over. Step back. Three-pointer. And they're going to call Garcia. But before they get there, there's going to be an offensive foul whistled. Keekstra will pick up an early offensive foul as Garcia drilled a three-pointer. Would have been her third of the game. Now the Bears pushing the ball back up the court. Lethert walking it across the timeline. 9.5 left to go in the third quarter. Looking around, surveying. Lampy posting up underneath. Nothing back down low. Back up on top to Lampert. Swings it over to Kaufman. Kaufman back up on top of the perimeter. Swings it back over to Kaufman. Looks at drive baseline. She's going to be cut off by Coonsey. Pass is going to be tipped up on top of the hands of Lethert. She heaves one up. That one's going to sail out of bounds. No good. It'll be turning back over to Williston State. 9:01 left to go here in the third on the American State Bank scoreboard. Long pass up to Murtaugh. She crosses the timeline, pushed it over, crosses over against Straction, the defender, down low to Coonsey. Coonsey's going to have it knocked away from her by Kaufman, and it'll go out of bounds. 8:51. So again, here to start this quarter, both teams starting off a little bit sluggish. Inbound play coming for the Tetons. They'll get it into Murtaugh. Hands it back over to Simpson. Curls around. Back to Murtaugh. Thought about a three-pointer. Underneath to Coonsey. Coonsey puts it up. No good. Partially ground back up and in. Keekstra with her second basket of the game. She has 4 points. Garcia with a team-high 14. Game-high 14. Has already an early Bears subs at the check-in table. Lethert working way around the perimeter. Up on top. It'll go to Schultes. Back to Lethert, swing pass over to Kaufman. Kaufman working on Simpson, high post to Lampy, swings it back over. Now the baseline, turnaround jumper from Strasha. That one's going to rattle home. Good for 2 more, makes it 48-20. Baseball pass goes up to Simpson. Simpson weaves through the paint, no one open. Up on top to Keekstra, looks fine. Garcia on the near wing, picks up a screen. Mid-range jumper off the back, the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to the Bears, pushing it back up the court, see if they can chip away at this 28-point Teton advantage. Lethert has it up on top, swings it over to Strachan, back to Lethert. Lethert will heave one up, no good. Rebound again coming for Williston State. They'll swing it over to Murtaugh. Murtaugh back up the court, long pass over to Simpson on the baseline. She'll curl around, tries to flip one up, and she'll draw the foul. Here is 7:34 left to go. And that one will go on number 42. Lauren Schultes picking up the foul, and she'll also come out of the game. So we come in for number 34, Kendra Manger, who just saw a couple of minutes in the first half. First one on the way by Simpson. That's going to knock off the inside of the rim and out. We'll look to go 1 for 2. Again at the stripe for her second of 2 is Simpson. Next one on the way. That one is up and good. 29-point lead for Williston State. 7.5 to go in the third. Pushing up is Kaufman. Crossing over against Simpson. Force her to stop her dribble. That'll be high post over to Lampy. She loses it, kicks it back out the corner to Lethard, who goes again for 3. Big rebound, no good. Loose ball, Kunze's going to come away with it. She'll look to push it up. Stops, gets it over to Murtaugh, who's crossing the timeline. Over to Simpson on the far wing. Down underneath to Kiksa. And she's going to put it up, and she'll be fouled. So Kiksa going back to the line one more time. Tetons have taken plenty of free throws so far in the game. And they're running right about 50% so far, seeing if they can't push it out to a 30-point lead if both of these can go down. First of 2 on the way. He's going to rattle and down and in. Geeksta now with all 3 points in this third quarter for Williston State. Looking to make it all 4. She can knock down the second half of the 2-shot bonus. Second one is up and good. That'll make it now 50-20. 7:06 left to go. Straccia has the ball for the Bears. Bounce pass up on top over to Manger. Now Lethard slowing things down, set up the half-court set. Lampy on the high post, looking for someone to dish it off. Nothing there. She'll look to take it on the deck herself. Picks up her dribble, gets it underneath, and Garcia with a block from behind. Back comes Kunze, pushing it up. Kunze looking to run the court, no option, so she'll pull it back, gets it up on top to Murtaugh. Swing pass over to Garcia. Garcia with a long ball, in and out it goes, and it'll be out of bounds off the hands of Kiksta, and it'll be back to the Bears here with 6:36 left to go. Inbound play coming from Straccia. Swings it over to Kaufman. Tetons, a little bit of token, full court pressure. They'll bail off. Now a trap coming, and it's going to be taken away by Murtaugh. She just can't save it before it trickles out of bounds. A good jump trap there by Simpson and Murtaugh. Trying to get the takeaway. They nearly were able to get it. Now some trap coverage comes again. They're going to swing pass over to Lethard. Drives into the corner to Straccia. She'll get to the high post. Back to Lethard. Pass is too hot to handle in the bouncer. It'll go out of bounds. Another turnover for Rocky Mountain. Sub coming in for the Bears. Checking out of the game is Straccia. Coming in is Morris. 6:22 left to go. It'll be Teton. No, they're going to give it. They're going to say it's a touch by the Tetons to put it out of bounds. Inbounding the ball will be Morris up on top to Lethard. Lethard looks at drive, comes around the corner, picks up a big screen, gets it underneath, and there's going to be up, and we'll say who it's off of, and that one will say it's off of Garcia. That'll be 2 blocks here already in the corner by Ali Garcia. Bears again set to inbound. They'll have 9 seconds on the shot clock to get something up. Looking for Lampy, nothing there. Gets up on top of the perimeter, over to Morris. She drives, over to Lethard, working around. Up on top again to Kaufman. Kaufman trying to find an alley. She's going to be blocked by Simpson, and that one will be out of bounds. And we'll have to see if they're going to call it a shot clock violation or if they'll put 1 on the clock. So they will put 1 second back on the shot clock. Here with 6:06 left to go in the third. Lethard set to inbound the ball once again for the Bears. Lethard up on top. It'll go. Manger can't get a shot off, and that's going to be another block by Garcia, her third alone of the quarter. So a huge defensive effort by Ali Garcia. Crafty guard getting it done on both ends of the court. Finally Simpson pushing it up for Williston State, dribbling into the corner. Just about has it poked away. Scrum on the floor, and there's going to be a tie-up and a jump ball. We'll give it back to the Tetons. 5:54 left to go. So a slow, plodding third quarter here in Williston as the Tetons look to bring home a win against this Rocky Mountain JV team. Simpson sent to get it in for the Tetons. Simpson looking up court, passes it back to Murtaugh, who'll push it up. Long pass over to Kunze. She has a step layup, and in it goes Allison Kunze. 2 more for her. She has 6 in the game. Lethard gets the ball. Tetons again will set to back up and play a half-court set. No trap coming. Morris on top of the perimeter. She'll pull the trigger. That won't hit anything, and it's going to be can't quite be saved by Manger from going out of bounds. There'll be another sub coming in. Lampy checking out of the game, and Fiske will check in. Fiske played the majority of that first quarter for the Bears. Didn't see much action in the second. Simpson again gets it up to Murtaugh. Swings it over to Garcia. Little zone, full court press by the Bears. Tetons get it across. Murtaugh drives. She'll cross over and slow things down. And Murtaugh will dribble it off her toe and out of bounds. The Tetons with another turnover, as they were troubled by turnovers in the first quarter and again are in the third. Well, the Bears have yet to be able to take advantage of it. 32-point lead by Williston State, 52-20. Just over 5 minutes left to go, and there's going to be a reaching foul on Keeksta. And she was trying to poke it away from Fiske. Got whistled for a little bit of body contact. There'll be an inbound play coming for Rocky Mountain. Second one on Keeksta. Second team foul as well here in the third quarter. Inbound play coming by Morris and the Bears. Looking for action. No one open. Finally gets it over to Leffert. She's going to be trapped. Pushes it back to Morris. Has open in the corner. Kaufman. Good closeout. And it's going to be Coonsey gets called for a raging foul. Looked like Coonsey got a bunch of ball there before the contact was made. Coach Triplett not happy with that call either on the foul by Coonsey. Third team foul, just the first on the sophomore Coonsey. Lethert has the pass tip, but it's going to be saved by Morris. Back to Lethert, looking down low, no open, up on top to Morris. Lets it fly from deep, off the back of the iron, no good. Pulled down by Murtaugh. She'll weave her way through traffic. Going to have it stripped from behind. Intended for Coonsey, who is running the court. Up the court comes Kaufman. She'll circle through, up on top to Lethert. Weaving through, picks up a high screen from Fiske. Kicks it back out on the perimeter to Morris. Thought about a three-pointer, didn't take it. Driving, gets down low, looks to step through, tries to go again on Coonsey, who is able to get a step free. So up and in it goes. Isabella Morris gets 2 more in the game. She has now 9 for the Bears. Murtaugh pushing up, bounce pass. Over it goes across the timeline. Back to Murtaugh. The Tetons will slow things down. Into the corner. Garcia, wide open look. Off the mark, no good. Pulled down by Morris. Will push it back up. 2-on-2 break for the Bears. Morris goes around. She's going to be blocked by Murtaugh. Another big block by the Tetons. They're having a block party here at home. And with that stoppage in play, we have our first media timeout of the half. As we take this first media timeout, read one of the Teton sponsors here. Looking for reliable professional service for your business? Look no further than One Core Services. They specialize in optimizing operations, enhancing productivity, and ensuring safety across all facets of your business. Whether you need high-pressure pumps, hydraulic, acid, or bulk chemicals, they've got you covered. At One Core Services, they tailor solutions to fit your unique needs, helping you save time and money. Ready to make your production to the next level? Call them today at 701-774-1105. One Core Services, LLC, your trusted partner for success in the oil and gas industry. Basketball on the Williston State College YouTube page. The Bears set to inbound the ball. Williston State holding on to a 30-point lead, 52-22 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Inbound pass for the Bears. They get in, working up to the top of the perimeter, swinging around over to Kaufman. Kaufman back over to Morris. Morris had the hot hand. She has 9 points for the Bears so far. Back to Kaufman. Morris now thought about a triple. Looks to drive on Coonsey. Gets down amongst the trees. And she'll be stuck up. Flips it back up to Kaufman, who works her way around the other way. Throws it up. No good. And it'll be a scramble for the ball. And another alternating arrow. Keep it with the Bears. Here, 3:24 left to go in the third quarter. So low scoring third quarter, as each team has been kept with under 10 points. Up on top of it go to Fiske. She'll swing it over to Morris. Takes another three-pointer. That one is going to get in there. Morris now with 12 points in the game, knocking down her second three-pointer. Simpson pass to Garcia. Gets it over to Jersey Berg. Berg back to Garcia. Up on top, looking for Coonsey. And Coonsey takes a big shot, knocked out of bounds. He'll stay with Williston State. Berg into the game now for Murtaugh. And checking out of the game will be Kaufman for the Bears. Checking in for her is Juanita Joseph. Inbound pass underneath the Coonsey. She throws it up, no good. Offensive rebound by Williston State. Again, another putback, no good. 2 shots in there. Keekstra and Coonsey trying to go up and get the point-blank shot. Neither of them could. Back comes Joseph. Running jumper up. Hits the side of the backboard. No good. Long pass over to Coonsey. She'll pick it up. Run the court. Her and Berg 1-on-2. She'll flip it back to Garcia. Thought about a three-pointer. Didn't take it. Pass over to Coonsey. Lots of contact. Coonsey again works down low. Tries to rip it free. Up on top. Keekstra. Three-pointer. And it goes! Big three-pointer for Williston State. And they climb back up to lead by 30, 55-25. Lethert walking back up the court. Here comes a trap set for the Teton defense. Jump pass is going to be just about taken away by Berg. Underneath, wide open is Manger. And she'll put it up and in for 2 more. She has 6 points in the game for the Bears. Simpson, ball fake, gets it up to Berg in the middle of the court. Cross the timeline to Garcia. She's going to drive. And it'll be a foul coming against on the Bears. We'll see who it's going to be on. It'll be Simmons, who's freshly checked in. Will pick up her first foul, and she will check out. Coming back in for her is Sowers. Tetons will be inbounding from the sideline. 2:21 left to go in the third quarter. Keekstra set to trigger. Up on top, it'll go to Simpson to set up the half-court set. Garcia pops out to the far wing. Up on top, now Coonsey looking for Simpson. Over on the corner, she's going to drive. Gets a step, flips it up and in. Simpson now with another bucket. She has 7 in the game. Closing in on 2 minutes left to go in the third. Lethert again walking up the court. Teton set with a half-court look. Fiske setting a screen. Lethert can't use it, just about lost the ball. Good closeout by Simpson. Into the corner over to Joseph. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Lethert as she barreled into the chest of Jersey Berg, knocking her down. And that'll be a second personal foul. 4th team foul on the Bears here in quarter number 3. Simpson with the ball. Picks it up, pump fake, gets it over to Garcia, flips it up to Coonsey. Coonsey couldn't do anything with it, didn't have any options open. Good closeout by the Bears. Back out to Berg on the perimeter. Up on top to Simpson. Swings it back to Garcia on the far wing. Keekstra with a big screen. Garcia, big fake. Underneath to Keekstra, throws it up, off the mark, no good. And there's going to be a foul underneath. So that one's going to go on Fiske. It'll be 2 shots coming up. And a substitution also coming in. So Fiske will check out of the game. Lampy coming back in, just the first personal on Fiske. Keekstra at the line. She knocked down a big three-pointer a couple of minutes ago and has been good from the line so far. Her next one is going to be up and rattle in. Williston State now up by 31 points. Next one on the way. That one is up and good as well. 59-27. Couple of subs coming in for Williston State. So Keekstra and Simpson checking out of the game. Back in Lethert, working her way up the court. Emily Fixco seeing her first action. Post defender down low, looking to put some good work in. Up on top, it'll go down underneath for the Bears. Lampy misses it. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and that one will be no good. That'll be a foul on Allison Coonsey. 59-27. Here with 1:10 left to go in the third quarter. At the line for the first is going to be no good for Lampy. Her third free throw air ball in the game. She'll get one more from the stripe. Be at the line for her second of 2. On the way, that one off the front of the iron, no good. Pulled down by Berg. Tetons pushing it back up the court. Jersey working way down the sideline, gets a step. Pull up jumper from 7, off the board and in. Just like another Berg who ranged the courts here for Williston State. Jersey knocks down the mid-range J. Tetons up 61-27, under a minute left in the third quarter. Leather working her way around, up on top. Morris tries to drive, spin move, gets it on top of the perimeter. Joseph for three. That one's going to be blocked by Berg, gets it off to Morris. Morris pushing up the court, weaving her way through traffic, gets into the corner looking for help. Long pass over to Garcia. Garcia looking down low for Kunze, then moving around. Berg for a corner three, off the mark, no good. Tipped around back to Kunze. It's going to be blocked out of bounds, saved. Kicks it up on top. Here comes Murtaugh for three. That's in and out, no good. And it'll be finally pulled down by Lampe and the Bears. She'll get it off to Morris. He'll push it up for Rocky Mountain. 16 seconds left to go in the quarter. Joseph has it up on top, looking down low. Fixico, good post defense against Lampe. Morris now driving baseline, goes for the up and under, and that one's going to be a foul on Fixico here with 2.7 seconds left to go. That will send Izzy Morris back to the stripe for two more. Morris has a team high 12 points in the game. First personal, 15 foul on the Tetons with Fixico picking up that one. Morris first free throw off the back of the iron, no good. She'll have one more coming. And the Tetons will likely just inbound the ball and hold for the remaining 2.7 seconds left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard as Morris knocks down her second of two. Inbound pass coming, and it'll be a long heave. And Murtaugh thought she was fouled on that one. They're going to call into the quarters. The clock didn't start. So as we end this third quarter here in Williston, the Tetons extend their lead out, now 61-28, and they'll look to salt it away here. We come up in the fourth quarter, which will begin in just a few minutes here on the Williston State College YouTube page. Back in play, Tetons have the ball to start the fourth quarter, up on top of the American State Bank scoreboard. 61-28, long pass underneath to Jersey Berg, jump shot. It's going to be blocked underneath by Lampe. It's going to go out of bounds back to the Tetons. The Tetons will get another shot at it. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Berg will set to trigger the inbound pass. Kunze pop it up top, not open, looking for Murtaugh. Finally gets the ball to Taylor Murtaugh. Will set up the offense for Williston State. Back on the perimeter to Berg, looking down low, on top to Fixico, underneath to Kunze. Kunze has space, and she's going to be corralled up on top to Fixico. Fixico picks up her dribble, flips it back to Kunze on the baseline. Up on top to Murtaugh, catch and shoot at the buzzer, got it to go, and they're going to say no. They'll wave it off. They're going to wave off that three-pointer by Taylor Murtaugh. And they say the buzzer came just a little bit late. So that'll wipe off 3 points for Taylor Murtaugh. Back come the Bears, walking it up the court. Up on top of the perimeter, Kaufman has it. Swings it back over to Morris. Down to Lampe. Fixico knocks it away. Going to be picked up by Murtaugh. Gets it up. Here comes the drive, and a layup is no good, off the mark. It'll be pulled down by the Bears. Morris working it up the court. Now Kaufman as she crosses the timeline. Under 9 minutes left to go in the game. Swings it over onto the perimeter for the Bears. On top now, Manger has it. She lets one fly. No good. Fixico pulls down the board, hands it off to Murtaugh. Murtaugh runs it up the court for the Tetons. He gets it underneath to Bolito. Bolito fades away, puts it up and in. We see a Bolito now with 11 in the game. She joins Garcia in double digits for Williston State. Back at the court now. Madison Kaufman for the Bears. Gets it up on top to Morris. Morris backs up, looking to work her way through traffic. Here comes a drive over by Jensen. Back it's going to go. There's going to be Murtaugh with a good play. They say she got a little bit of a body on the chase down block. And that'll be a foul to put. Number 12, Madison Kaufman at the stripe. Vixico will check out of the game for Williston State. Brisky will come back in. As Kaufman now at the line, looking for two. Tetons up by 35, 63-28. Kaufman for her first of two off the front of the iron, no good. She'll have one more coming. Measures herself from her stripe. Second of two on the way. That one up and good. Kaufman 1 for 2. That trip from the line makes it 63-29. Coonsey gets it over to Murtaugh. Leads her way through traffic. Bolito looking to drive. Gets down to the baseline. Finds Coonsey underneath all alone. Puts it up and in. 2 more for Allison Coonsey, who's up to 8. 8:03. Back pushing up the court are the Bears. Kaufman kicks it out to Jensen. Jensen, he's one from way downtown off the front of the iron. No good. Pulled down by Coonsey. She'll dribble it free. Looking for help. Gets it over to Murtaugh. Pushes it up the court. 7:50 left to go. Pass is going to be tipped. Brisky back to Bolito. Up and in. 2 more for Bolito. And she has been everywhere for the Tetons, making a big impact. A trio of Bears set to check in at the next stop. In Kaufman on the near wing, looking to get around Murtaugh. Swing pass over to Jensen in the corner. Lets one fly. That one is up and good. Jason Jensen for a three-pointer. That'll make it now 67-32. Coonsey into the corner. Bolito all alone for 3. She fires. That's no good. Tipped up in the air. Tipped a couple times. Berg will come down with it. She'll dribble it out. Trying to find an open option. Step through. Backdoor pass to Coonsey. Coonsey flips it out, and it's going to be tipped around a couple times. Coonsey took a big shot. No foul on the call on the collision from Manger. Now Bolito being a hounding defender against Morris, who gets by her, gets a step to the charity stripe, flips one up, and in it goes. 2 more points coming. This time for the Bears. Berg's going to be trapped. Forces it over to Coonsey. Now looking for help. Passes it back to Berg. Walks into a step-up jumper. Josie Berg with 2 more. Fantastic from that baseline mid-range area. Back up to 35 points. 6.5 left to go. Gray set to check in for the Tetons at the next stop. Down Manger against Coonsey. Flips one up. No good. Coonsey with the rebound. Over to Murtaugh. Bolito is running the court. Couldn't quite get to her in time. Coonsey back to Murtaugh. It's going to be stolen away by Morris, who's going to drive again. Morris jump stop, steps through. No good. It's going to be tipped out. It'll be rebounded by Jensen out to the perimeter. She'll fire again from range. That one's going to be up and no good. Tipped away from Murtaugh again. That one's no good. And finally comes down for the Tetons, but unable to establish herself from being out of bounds was Murtaugh, and he'll keep it with the Bears. Coonsey comes out of the game. Gray will check back in. Here with 6 minutes on the dot. Inbound play coming for the Bears up on top. Working their way around. Here comes a drive. Shot's going to come up from Simmons, and that one will drop in there. Simmons with a tough drive and the basket. Tetons working their way back up the court. Murtaugh to Berg. Berg puts it on the deck against Simmons. Looking to drive, gets a step. Pulls up for another mid-range jumper. Soft off the front of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound for the Tetons. Here comes a little floater. That one's going to rattle around. That'll fall off, no good. Brisky couldn't quite get her to drop. Loose ball on the ground. Finally be picked up by the Bears. They'll push it up the court. Working her way through traffic. Back to the perimeter. Morris for another three-pointer, no good. Pulled down by Brisky and the Tetons. Up to Bolito. Bolito gets it across to Murtaugh. Puts it up. Hooping no harm. Taylor Murtaugh with 2 more. He's been the primary ball handler. Not a great shooting night, but she got that one to go and a chance for a 3-point play. Simpson set to check in, and it appears that she will be going in for Murtaugh. As checking in for Kaufman will be Paige Lethert. At the line, Murtaugh. 4-1. That one is going to be up and good. foul will check out here with 5:10 left to go. Kylie Simpson checking in. Stretch is set to inbound the ball. She'll get it into Lethard, who will jog it up the court, closing in on 5 minutes. Our next stoppage will be immediate timeout here from the well in Williston. Fiske sets a high on-ball screen. Lethard swings it over to Simmons. Simmons looking to get it down low to Fiske. Gets it in the paint, and a good defense by Gray. Offensive rebound, although to Morris, who runs through, picks it up, shots it up, no good. Pulled down by Brisky. She gets it off to Simpson, pushes it up the court, weaving through traffic, up to Berg. Berg on top of the perimeter, kicks it out. Bolito, three-pointer, in and out, no good, tipped around, and Bolito gets her own rebound. Good chase on the board. Bolito working her way again. Finger roll, scoop, layup up and in. Lucille Bolito with 2 more. She now has a game-high 15 points. Back up the court comes Lethard and the Bears. Pushes to the near wing, hand it off to Simmons. Working away on top. Is it to Morris? Morris with a long ball. That's going to be soft off the front of the rim. No good. Berg with the rebound. Berg, 3-on-1 break for the Tetons. She pulls up mid-range. In it goes. Jersey Berg, deadly from that mid-range. Jersey now in double digits with 10 points as we're at 4 minutes left. Lethard again walks it up the court. Conradson set her check in for Williston State on the next stop. Lethard picks up a screen on top from Fiske. Crosses over again, looking to drive. Good defense by Simpson. Pulled down by Berg again. She's going to force the issue. Tries to go behind her back. Loose ball. She'll pick it up again. 3-on-1 break. Jersey goes. No look pass to Bolito. Puts it up and in. 2 more for Lucille, who's up to 17. 3.5 to go. What a dime by Jersey Berg on the no-look pass. Simmons looks to drive on Berg. Berg with a block, doing it on both ends. Simpson's with the rebound. Here comes the outlet to Bolito. All alone, jump stop, puts it up and in. Bolito now with 19, and there's going to be a timeout called by the Bears with 3:14 left to go, and that'll be stretched out to immediate timeout as we'll take a break ourselves here from the well in Williston. Back here, coming out of the media timeout. 3-pointer from Lethard, no good. Rebound by Gray, gives it off to Simpson. Back come the Tetons up the court. Tetons looking to push. They have an 80-36 lead here with 2:50 left to go. Drive from Conradson, flips it up, no good. Pulled down by Fiske and the Bears. He'll get it off to Morris, who pushed it up the court for Rocky. Crosses over on top of the perimeter. Conradson looking to lock down on defense. Pushing it around, here comes a drive by the Bears. Stopped up is Joseph on the high post. Back up on top to Morris. Morris has been the do-it-all for them. Morris is going to drive, and she's going to be fouled. We'll see who it's going to be on. A couple of Tetons in the area. And that foul is going to go on number 3. DiMontini for her second personal. Inbound pass goes to Morris. Looking underneath for Fiske. Up on top to Lethard. Lethard jump pass over to Morris. Underneath to Fiske. Good defense by Gray. Fiske turn around. Gray with another block. Tetons got to be well into the double digits. 4 blocks here in this one. Closing in on 2 minutes left to go. Simpson over to DiMontini on the perimeter. She'll drive. She'll take a long two-pointer off the backboard. No good. Pulled down by Joseph, who will push it up the court. Simpson will pick her up as she hands it off to Lethert. Lethert working her way around. On top, it'll go to Joseph one more time. She'll drive. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer coming. Joseph, no good. Fiske got away with the shove in the back of Gray. No good. Brisky with the rebound. Gets it off to DiMartini, who pushes it up the court for the Tetons. Closing in on a minute and a half on the American State Bank scoreboard. Tetons up by 44, 80 to 36. Three-pointer again, DiMartini. That one no good. Putting it down. Pushing up the court again are the Bears. This time it'll be Simmons. He'll get it back over to Lethert. Lethert being guarded, hounded by Simpson. Joseph now on the near wing, gets it underneath, and there's going to be a foul on Gray. Got a little bit too far into the body of Fiske. That'll be two shots for Fiske with 1:10 left to go here in this one. Fiske still looking for her first points of the game. Checking out is Simmons for the Bears. Back in is Jensen. Haley Fiske at the stripe for two. First one rattles in and drops in there. Got the first half of the two-shot penalty. Left one more coming. Third personal foul on Gray. 13th foul on Williston State. Next one coming from Fiske. That one rattles off. No good. Pulled down by Brisky. Over to DiMartini. She'll push it up the court. Across the timeline. Flips it up to Conradson. Conradson works her way around. Mid-range jumper just outside of the free throw line. No good. Gray with the offensive board and gets it to drop. Patience Gray gets her first bucket of the game and a chance to try to complete a three-point play with 59 seconds left to go in the game. So Gray with her first trip to the line. See if she can get the 3 points the hard way. Shot at the stripe. That one off the mark. No good. Offensive board by Simpson. Look down low for Gray. Cross court over to DiMartini. She'll pull it back to the perimeter. Tetons will have one last offensive set. And DiMartini will be called for the travel as Simpson was cutting away as she went to go with the swing pass. That'll be an inbound play now coming for the Bears with just under 50 seconds left to go. Lethert working her way up the court. Along the perimeter to Joseph, back to Lethert, picking up a screen from Fiske on the near wing. Drives, gets to the elbow, swing pass to the perimeter to Morris. Morris gives up the shot, weaves her way through traffic, looking to drive underneath. Jump stop, puts it up over top of Gray, no good. Gray will come down with the rebound, over go to Conradson. She'll reverse dribble as Morris looking to hound the defender underneath. It'll go to Brisky. Brisky will put it up and in for two more. And the Bears will take over with 16 seconds left to go. The Tetons are going to come away with the victory. We'll have to see if they can get one last offensive stop. And their defense has been how they got things going. Over to Jensen in the corner. Good defense by the Tetons. Final 4 seconds left. Over to Fiske on Gray. And she won't get one off. And that's going to be the Tetons coming away with an 84-37 win here for their home opener in front of the Teton faithful. We're going to head down and go pick up the stat sheets post-game. When we come back, we'll break down all of it and take a little bit of a break to get you ready for the men's game. We'll be up against the same Bears, and the men's edition coming up next. We'll be back in a few minutes.